Alright guys, Jay brought a performance here. Alright, this is a C4. I did not build it, customer built it. I think I sold them some parts a while back. It's for an early Bronco. You can see by that extension housing there. So I said I would dyno test for this for him and make sure it works before he goes to the trouble of putting it in. I don't normally do this, but it's a friend of a good customer, so I'm gonna do it. So before I test this, the first thing I'm looking at is this. And I did a video previously on servos, and certain servos have design flaw in my opinion, and I shouldn't say in my opinion, but also in my experience, that they can potentially hydrolock on you. So before I run this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this servo, and I want to check it out and make sure it doesn't have that problem. So hang on with me a minute here. I'm going to remove this servo and let's check it out, and we don't want this to lock up on a customer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video, I think it's called, I don't know, like servo modifications and safety concerns or something of that nature. Anyways, it's on my channel, so check that out if you want. That'll go more in depth into this servo and why I'm concerned with it. So okay, hang on, I'm going to take this off and we'll check it out. So be right back. Alright guys, just as I suspected, I had to do a modification. And I'm not going to make a big deal out of this because I already did a video on it, so you can go back and reference that. But there was an O-ring here. I've removed that, and I put this little slot here that will line up with this vent hole in the case. Okay, so that way if any oil leaks between the large side of the servo and the small side of the servo, any oil that gets trapped in here, it won't get trapped in here. It'll vent out here and not hydrolock the piston. Okay, I'm going to put this back on and get this dyno set up to run. So I will be back when I get that done. And I'm rooting for the customer on this one. I hope it works like a champion. I don't have time to fix it, so I'm really hoping this works. So hang on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I had fired this up real quick to fill it. So here's what's going on. Now I've got my vacuum line connected and everything, and I shut it down pretty quick. So here's what's happening. It doesn't appear to be filling the torque converter, and the pressure is high. I think it hit 275 if I remember right. It should be, with vacuum hooked up, it should be about 60 to 90, you know, under 100 usually. That would be normal with vacuum hooked up. So something's going on, and it didn't appear to be filling the torque converter either. Because generally what happens, this is the flow meter here, and you'll see this bouncing around and air bubbles and things until it fills. It just stayed stationary like that. This is cooler pressure. Honestly, I shut down before I noticed if I had any pressure here or not. This gauge, and this gauge, well, this gauge is no good, but these two gauges are not hooked up. And this is our main pressure gauge. So, like I said, we should be somewhere around around 75 pounds, not 275. But I'm going to turn this on real quick. You know, the guy built this a while ago, and it's just been sitting around for a long time. And, you know, I tell people this all the time, you know, especially people that buy a transmission from us and they rush us, you know, where is it, hurry up, send it. And then it sits around for a year or two before they put it in. Well, don't do that. You know, if you don't need it right away, don't push me for it, because this is what'll happen. You know, these valves, you know, and this guy didn't have it outside in the rain, and, you know, he wasn't irresponsible. It was in his garage, I'm sure, and, you know, his roof's not leaking, and, you know, whatever you guys might be wanting to make up in your mind. But, so I'm going to fire this up so you can see it. I'm hoping if I run it just a little bit more, maybe it'll pop a pressure regulator valve loose or something that may be stuck. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My thought is possibly the pressure regulator is stuck, and that's why it's not opening and feeding the converter. It didn't appear to be doing that. So I'll fire this back up. Things to watch. See if there's any cooler pressure in this gauge. See if there's anything happening on the flow meter. And then main pressure gauge. Again, we don't want to be, you know, over 200 at this point. We want to be like under 100. So let me fire it up. If that pressure gets real high or whatever, or any higher than what it is right now, I'm going to shut it down real quick. I'm probably not going to run this very long. And just so you know, I'm in neutral right now. I haven't put it in gear, and I'm not going to put it in gear with this kind of pressure. It might pop the disc spring on the forward drum or something, so I don't want to damage the unit or damage the pump or anything like that. So let's fire her up one more time, see what happens. All right, hang on a second. My dyno sometimes doesn't like to stop. It needs a little help. All right, here we go. All right, nothing here, nothing going on here. Too much pressure. Give it a little throttle. I'm done. I'm shutting it down. Well, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Oh, let's see. We're already at, I'm over 12 hours into my work day. I want to get out of here. Maybe I'll pull the pan real quick before I go and just take a real quick look at the valve body and see what I see. But I think we're going to be kind of dead in the water for tonight, and I'll have to talk to the customer and see what they want to do, and if they want me to look at this or not, or I'll do a quick check for them. So, man, I was really rooting for him. I really was. All right, guys. The Agony of Defeat. You know, maybe that's going to be the title of this one. These damn things, you know, they will humble you. You know, I mean, this is a beginner that did this, but I'm not going to pick on him because sometimes this is my unit doing this. So that's why we bought a dyno several years ago. Well worth the money. Anyways, that's all I got for now. I'll put you on pause real quick. I'll try to yank the valve body out of there super fast, but I don't want to stay here much later tonight. And I'm not going to put a ton of hours into this without the customer's permission either. So hang on one second. Let me see if I can see something real quick. All right, guys, progress report. So the valve body, the pressure regulator seemed fine. Quick glance, it looked like it was put together right, but there was one check ball missing. I'm not exactly sure what that would cause off the top of my head. I'd have to look at the oil circuit, but in any case, I know it needs to be there, so I can put that in. Here's the other issue. This was assembled wrong. This is the modulator valve that goes in the case. So this pin is supposed to be on this side. So the modulator valve was turned around backwards with the pin in this hole here. So that would definitely cause our issue with the pressure. I'm still concerned that the converter wasn't filling, and I don't think that may not have anything to do with either of these issues. There could be a blockage in the stator or something, on the pump body or something like that that was causing the converter not to fill. I did try blowing air through there. It seemed okay, but it's kind of hard to tell, I'll be honest with you. So I'm gonna man, I want to get out of here. I gotta be honest with you, but I'm gonna fix this modulator issue. This is easy. I'm gonna try to slam that valve body back together. It's got that damn B&M filter extension and all that, and it just makes it time consuming to work on. I hate that nonsense, but alright, give me one more minute and maybe we'll give this one more chance. Hang on again. Okay guys, you can see we're filling the converter. Getting a little bit of movement here. Pressure is where it's supposed to be. Between 75 and 100 pounds. So this will take a bit to fill it. There we go, we're getting flow now. Still got air pockets. But you can see it's filling the converter. Pressure looks normal. So let's just hang out and let this fill up. We're getting pressure in the converter now. Looking good, looking good. I'm going to shift the gears. Okay, that's reverse. You see our reverse boost. That's normal. Let's drive. Oh, shifted second already. Manual second. Manual first kicked in. There's manual second. Let's drive. Alright, hang on. Let's shut down for a second. Alright, looking good. Reason I'm shutting down is because the back of this transmission is open and I'm getting oil spraying everywhere, so I'm going to try to just kind of Mickey Mouse a little splash shield on there. So give me 1 minute, I'll put you on pause. You don't have to wait for that. Okay, I put a little Mickey Mouse splash shield on there. Let's fire this up. I'm in drive already. And let me make sure. I think we're full. Alright. See if this piece of crap will start up. Okay, yeah, you guys can see the gauges. I'm not going to run this up real hard and heavy because being a 4x4, I don't have support on that output shaft, so I got to kind of run it easy. So I'm not going to be really cranking it, but I'll be able to run it enough to know if it's okay or not. Alright, here we go. See if this thing will start. only seen the shift once, and I didn't see the governor kick back down at first, so let's try it again. Oh, there it goes. Kick down now. Shifting right. Well, son of a bitch. Don't believe I'm getting third gear. It's acting a little funny on the downshift too. Well, made improvements, but we still got problems. Alright, I guess I'm going to call it a night here. And I guess I'll contact the customer and see if they want me to mess with this or not. Or I don't know. You know, it's frustrating. It really is. I don't really feel any better that I didn't build it. You know, I still, I really hate it when it's mine, but I don't know. I can't say it not being mine, I feel any better about it. It's just something that I was really hoping this wouldn't get stuck on the dyno for a while. I need to run another unit on here. It's kind of hard to get on my dyno. You know, there's always something I got to put on it. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. I think I might try the governor first. But, well, I got to talk to the customer first. I don't know if they want to pay me to sit here and go through this or not. So, I made improvement. At least the pressure looked good. Oil flow looked good. The shift that did happen seemed solid. So it's, it's got manual 1, manual 2. I don't think it's got third gear. And I think that's our issue. Sometimes it's hard to tell on here. You don't know sometimes if you're, juggling between second and third, or if it's first and second. But I'm pretty sure it's first and second that we've got, and it's third that we don't. So I don't know. And I do not like that damn filter extension on this B&M pan, because it just slows you down. You know, you can't get to any of the bolts. You got to use a wrench to get in there. You can't use a socket on it or anything. The damn thing's in the way of all the bolts. So it's not really a valve body I want to pull on and off 15 times. But all right, I don't have anything else useful to say right now, so I'm going to end this video here, and I guess there'll be if I don't get fired on this job, there'll be a part 2. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and if you're struggling with your own builds, I hope that you know that you're not alone here, and I'm not gloating over this because sometimes mine do these kind of things, so you know, I fix them and I get them out the door, but it can be frustrating. Alright guys, thanks for watching.